This is the video for the Section 9 workbook. The first assignment is called birth dates, so we'll create the first sheet here called birth dates. And the purpose of this particular spreadsheet is to calculate how old people are in days. And the way to do that, well, let's just put some people in here. I'll just put in myself, and I'm going to put in my birth date. My birth date was December 5th, 1966. And I can type it in a number of different ways. If I type it in this way, it stays that way. That's called your short numeric date format. You can also type it in like this. And in fact, even though I typed it in DEC 5 1966, it has changed the format of it. Formatting dates can be done using Control 1. We go to date, we can choose any of these things. Let's just find out what day of the week I was born on. Let's widen the column for me. I was born on a Monday. Good way to start the week there, being born. Now, my age is going to go in this column here, so I'll go age. And I'm not going to do all the formatting in this video. That's something that you already know how to do. We're just creating this sort of a format here. You're going to collect 5 birth dates from 5 members of the class. When you enter dates, by the way, this information at the bottom of your printout was current for the version of Excel I believe that we had in 2009. It changes every so often, so what Excel will accept as a date or recognize as a date sometimes changes. And so you will know whether it is accepted as a date or not by whether or not it changes. Let's try this, 22nd October. Right, I typed it in with a lowercase o and it shifted it over to the right, so it did recognize it as a date. Put in the capital for me. What about this, 10/22? It recognizes that. What if I said 22/10/2009? It did not recognize that. And I know this because it's over on the left hand side. It hasn't changed it at all. It's looking for a month here, and there is no 22nd month, and so it didn't recognize it as a date. In the most modern version of Excel, as of 2012, this would work. So it's a little bit confusing, but just keep in mind that if the display is different from how you keyed it in, then it must have been recognized as a date. So, to calculate today, my age as of today, I have to put in today's date. There are a couple of functions that are quite neat in Excel. There, let's move that around. There we go. I'm going to put today's date in here, and there's a formula called today. It's a function. It's a weird function in that you have to have the open and close brackets in it. But if I type that in, it gives me today's date, which I can format in any format that I wish. I'll do it this way. There we go. Today's the 24th of March 2012. And you'll notice that it says today, so tomorrow that'll be different. There's also one called now. And now, you got to have that open and close brackets. Now gives me the same date. Normally it gives you time as well. Let's see. Yeah, well, we could do it like this. Yes, and you can see that on March 24th, 5:41 p.m., this is what I was doing. So, to calculate the age, we're simply going to take now and subtract my birth date. So it's the difference between these 2 points in time. And I enter it, it gives me this. It's a strange number, 16,546. What is that? Well, I'll tell you what that is. That's the number of days in between the two. Any day, let's say, what was day 45,000? Well, if I take the number 45,000 and change it to a date, it gives me 3/15/2023. So for some reason Excel will attach a number to every day from day 1 forward. And where is day 1? Well, let's see. Let's format that as a date. Day 1 was January 1st, 1900. So any date that's January 1st, 1900 or later has a number associated with it. So you can add and subtract dates as long as they're January 1st, 1900 or later, and you can find out the number of days between them. So my age, let's get rid of this, that's confusing. My age then, if I can take all that and divide it by the 365.25 days in the average year, should tell me my age in years. There we go. My gosh, I'm closer to 50 than I am to 40. Okay, well that should be enough information for you to finish with the birth dates assignment. Good luck with that.